Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tiffany Scharschmidt, and I'm one of this year's retreat co-organizers. As a group, we'd like to welcome you all to the UCSF ImmunoX and UC Berkeley Immunology Retreat. Like you, we wish we could all be in person together right now at a Syllabar, maybe bringing the remains of a box lunch into the auditorium for the first session. But we're excited nonetheless for the chance to convene virtually this year. Thank you for choosing to spend your afternoon with us and with your colleagues.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michael DuPage, also a co-organizer. So with all that's transpired globally and locally over recent months, this is a unique and important time to come together as a community. And we hope you'll enjoy getting to engage with colleagues and be inspired by the great science that is continuing to be pushed forward amidst the unique challenges of 2020. And in these challenging times, while we are all focused on our physical health, the ever-present challenges to our mental health are heightened. And so we want to draw your attention to a special film being screened in the expo and an opportunity to meet and discuss related issues in special sessions.
Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Kawasai. We are also very excited to dedicate an hour this year's retreat to important discussion of how we can improve anti-racism, diversity, equity, inclusion in STEM, especially in our local academic communities. More info on that to follow shortly.
Hi, I'm Matt Spitzer. I don't know about you all, but by Friday afternoon, about the last thing I want to be doing is sitting in front of my computer on Zoom. So in an effort to try to make this virtual retreat a really dynamic and interactive experience, we've obviously taken a leap onto a different platform. We hope this will allow us to better recreate some of the aspects of our retreats, both scientific and social, that we enjoy so much. A short video highlighting some best use practices of the platform will be played here in a few minutes before we get started. And if you experience any hiccups on the platform, please feel free to reach out in the chat function, which works much like Zoom, so we can try to assist.
Hopefully you all have already had a chance to review the PDF retreat program that was sent around and included all the abstracts of our presenters. But just to review quickly what our agenda will look like today, we'll start here on the main stage with our first two trainee talks. This will be followed by a moderated Q&A session by one of the co-organizers. So we encourage you during the talk to submit your questions in the chat feature, again, which functions much like Zoom and can be found on the right side of the screen. After this, we'll have a short break and we'll move to the sessions area for our Hopin presentations. These are sort of analogous, but hopefully an improved virtual version of a poster session. Our presenters have been wonderful and also pre-recording short synopses of their projects and presentations, 2 to 3 minutes each, which can be viewed in the expo area. And then when you would like to go talk to one of these trainees, you would enter their session room. And when you do so, we encourage you please to share your screen and audio and video so that we can have a dynamic discussion in each of these rooms. This will then be followed by 2 additional trainee talks back on the stage, and then by an hour dedicated, as we've mentioned already, to this important session on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And following that, we've chosen to end the retreat with what we can best attempt to recreate the wonderful social aspects that we normally look forward to at our annual retreats by having using the sessions area to allow us to find small groups and navigate between rooms to have social conversations and discussions. This will also include some places to have extended discussions on the diversity, equity, inclusion, and the mental health segments of the retreat agenda.
So one of the most important things that we always do every year at our retreat is introduce our new up-and-coming immunologists in our community. So we're really pleased to introduce, not in a one by one, but quickly by photo and name, the incoming class of immunologists here at UC Berkeley.
And we're also very fortunate to have a terrific cohort of incoming biomedical sciences graduate students at UCSF, who you'll see pictured here. And in addition to our two communities at UCSF and UC Berkeley, we're also very fortunate this year to once again be joined by colleagues at UC Merced. So we're so glad that you could be here with us.
So just before we get started, we'd like to thank all the people who have helped contribute to this retreat, especially our speakers and Hopin session presenters, and our amazing DEI trainee leaders who have put together the session we'll enjoy later. We'd also like to thank the ImmunoX and UC Berkeley Immunology leadership for funding support, allowing us to use this platform without charging any attendance fees. And finally, really none of this would be possible without many, many hours put in behind the scenes by Isabel Tingen over the last weeks. So thank you, Isabel. So with that, we'll show here just now a short best practices how-to video on the Hopin platform, and then we'll get started very shortly. Thanks again for joining us today. Hi, everybody, and thank you again for joining us for this year's retreat. Since we're testing out this brand new Hopin platform, we wanted to provide you with this little instructional video to hopefully let you make the most of the experience and navigate some little bit more nuanced features of the platform. After you log into Hopin, you'll join in your browser window and you'll be positioned this portion of the retreat, which is the reception area. Since this is within your browser, you might want to make some adjustments immediately to give yourself a better viewing experience, like hiding your sidebar or maximizing your browser as a full screen view. What you'll see in this initial reception area is a couple things. This is where we'll have an overall retreat agenda highlighted, and you'll always be able to see what's happening now and always click on a button if you're not sure where you're supposed to be to go to where you should be. You'll also see at the right some other features. There's a chat here, very much like Zoom, and we can use this in many different ways throughout the event, which I'll highlight. The first one is just that we will use this area also to help to direct you to where you should be during the event or make any other general announcements. You can also start to see people who are on the platform as well. Our retreat will start at the main stage. So if you navigate over here on the left, it will take you there. You'll see a video that will automatically start playing, but if anything seems paused, you can always navigate at the bottom left where there's a pause and play button, as well as an ability to adjust your audio within the Hopin platform. This is the stages where we'll be broadcasting our trainee talks from, and also portions of our DEI session. The trainee talks are going to have a moderated question and answer following them because we do have to broadcast from the backstage in order to put these on the platform. So what I'd encourage you to do while listening to the talks is to use the chat feature, ideally on the stage to send your questions. You could also put them on the event one. We'll be reviewing both of those to draw questions for a moderated Q&A that will be led by one of the organizers immediately following the talk. There may be certain interruptions in the stream as we navigate the backstage and transition between talks, so just bear with us if you don't see anything momentarily. The other main portion of our platform is the sessions area. This is where we'll be having our Hopin sessions, as well as a breakout aspect of our DEI session and a social aspect at the end of the retreat. These are the nice ability here is that you can choose where you want to go within sessions. We'll have a lot of different content available concurrently, and you can preview who all is in the sessions based on this little icon, and we can have up to 20 people viewing a session, up to 10 people actually in the session for at least the Hopin presentations. So if I clicked on to Carlos's presentation here because I want to interact with him and ask him questions about his presentation, I'll immediately be in his session, and if he's already there, I can hear him talking, I can see his slides. He will not know that I'm there until I ask to share my audio and video. So we really encourage you to do that immediately upon entering any Hopin presenter's room so that they can interact with you and they know that you're there. Only 10 people can share, so if you're finding that you're not seeing this button, it may be that there's a maximum number of people who have screen shared. You could just wait till that becomes available, or you could go to another session room in the meantime. To make this area bigger, you can also hide your chat. You can do this throughout any portion of the Hopin event to make sure you can have the biggest screen possible. When you go into these sessions, you'll see the other presenters' faces as well as the slides of the presenter, and it's really up to you to be able to navigate what you'd like to be larger. So it will provide you the option if you hover over the presenter slides to double click to maximize those for the best view. The other area is our expo, which is where we're going to have pre-recorded content available throughout the retreat. We will have this demo video there if you ever want to re-refer to it. We will also have a lot of pre-recorded short 2 to 3 minute synopsis videos that were produced by our Hopin presenters to give you a brief overview of their talk. This is great to view during breaks during the retreat and help you get a sense of which rooms you'd like to visit during that 45 Hopin presentation session. If I go into this room, I can have the option immediately to view a video that was pre-recorded, no matter what else is going on. And I can also join that Hopin session immediately from the expo room. So with that, that's really covered most of our retreat options, and we hope that this will make for a smoother experience during the retreat. If you have any technical problems, though, please just reach out to us in the chat feature, and that will allow us to help to try and assist you with what's going on. Thanks again, and we're looking forward to a great retreat experience.